Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Brandon Man Cisco here. I'm giving you guys another video. This time I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you what I have on my tool belt setup. I am currently a carpenter, and this is kind of what I carry on my everyday layout. So I'm currently rocking the Milwaukees. They're two different. They come from two different tool belt setups that they actually sell. I know this side is the carpenter, and I think this side is going to be the electrician side. And I just kind of combine the two and kind of have this monstrosity of a tool belt. But it works for me, and the reason why I went that route was because I wanted to have 4 compartments for the fasteners that I'm currently using, and I'm normally carrying these 4, or sometimes it changes depending where I'm at, and I'd like to have access to a different amount of fasteners that I'm constantly using throughout the day. So I'll just go ahead and start off on this side. On this side, if you guys will notice, I have my square. I just carry a regular Milwaukee square. This right here, this is probably a new addition. I've had it for like the last couple months now, and this is my favorite. This is actually a air blower. And I don't know if you can see in the video, but this little thing has changed the way I go about cleaning my area. This thing is awesome. If you don't have one of these, I recommend you get one. I got this one on Amazon. It was like 80 bucks. Highly recommend it. Right next to that, I got 2 types of pliers. I got the Kinepex Cobras, and I forgot what these are called, but these are basically my regular pliers. Help me grab and snag stuff out, and it has a little hole there for in case you got any fasteners that are worn out. It kind of helps you grab those. Over here, I carry this little like Milwaukee 5-in-1. It has a lot of different type of bits in there, and I could put them into an impact. They're probably not impact rated, but I do use them. Same thing with this Wira. I keep it around because this is more or less like my beater flathead. It has a hard side that you can get a hammer to it. And then back here, I got my little level. It's nothing crazy, not like a Stabila or anything, but it's the DeWalt. Got it on sale. And then here I'll carry my measuring tape. I don't have the tape clip on it. I don't really like it because it kind of hangs up there, but it just drops in there so nicely. And the way I have it set up, I'll go ahead and grab this out, grab my pencil or pen, mark whatever I got to mark on layout, drop it back in here, and just drop and get my square. And that helps a little bit in the process of doing my layout or whatever. I do carry a nail punch, and I carry this little drill bit just in case. They don't come out as often, but when you need them, you need them. You might notice this hammer loop here. This I added from Holstery. I found them I think on Instagram, and I like their tool setup belts too, and I have one of their belts, but that's for like a completely different setup when I'm doing things inside, like more like the finished carpentry type of thing. So I took this out of there and put it there because sometimes this hammer loop is not so convenient when you're going up ladders or walking long distances. So I drop it there for the majority of the time whenever I'm really moving from layout to walking, getting studs, or going up and down the ladder. I'll go ahead and place that there. But whenever I am doing layout and I know I'm gonna need the hammer, and this just makes it so more convenient just to put it back there. So I have 2 spots for hammers, one in front, one in the back. Then when you go over to this side, the right side, I am right hand dominant, so I like to keep the tools that I normally end up using the most on this side, which is going to be pencils, right? So I have the Pika Big Dry, Pika Dry, and these 2 are going to be for 2 different things. This one's for more detailed work, for trim work and things like that, and this is more for layout. I do have the Ox mechanical pencil, and this one's more or less for doing layout or when I have to mark something in a different color. This one's always going to be either blue, green, or red. And then I have pens. These are, I think, trackers. I found these on Amazon. They're pretty awesome. I just realized that Ox makes something similar to these, and these came in a pack, and I thought that was pretty great. It came with 3 colors, black, red, and blue. And these are also helping me out for layout. If I got a color, if I made a mistake or something, I'll go ahead and identify that with a red, and I'll go ahead and use this red marker to adjust that layout. Or if I gotta, have a bold mark on something for somebody to go ahead and come in after me, that lets them know that something's there, they'll go ahead and get to that. But I like the fact that it's not like a cap like this Milwaukee ink saw. This I'll use for marking down what unit it was for. But this is just a quick, you know, like the Pico Dry. Just take it out, mark, and keep on rolling. And then I have a small pen. Here it's a Milwaukee, and this is what I use for my wet in the rain. So I also have on this side has this big pouch here where I took out all the other screwdrivers and stuff, and this is where I keep my right in the rain and my blueprints throughout the day. And I'll just keep them there. I'll put my phone in here sometimes too, because it's kind of out of the way and I know nothing really gets in there. So because this pocket kind of protects anything from falling in there, so I think that's a good spot to have that. But back to this side. So I have this, and I have a whole bunch of sorted bits here. I normally just use square bits. I do have a Phillips just in case, but I mean, I wear these down and I probably go through maybe 2 or 3 of these a day. And the company provides them, so you know, I just, as soon as I start feeling like it's starting to mess up all the other screws, I'll just switch them out quick and just grab, you know, impact, switch them out and slop them back in. Here I have another tape measure. This one's a little bit thicker. This one's more for squaring things off and to get in measurements in longer places. So you can say this one's more for detailed work, this one's for more like bigger layout, and that's just the way I like to have it set up. And when somebody always asks me for, hey, do you have a extra tape measure, well, I'll just throw them this one and I know I always get it back. But this one never leaves my side, and that's why I don't have the clip, because I feel like it's a lot harder for them to steal it if they can't hook it onto themselves. So they'll be like, I don't want this, and they kind of chuck it back to me. So that works out pretty good. But back on this side, again, I have 2 pockets here like I do on the other side, and here I'll carry 2 other fasteners. Here I have, I think these are 2.5 inch, and this is going to be 1/2 inch nail, I think. Yeah, these are just drywall nails, 1/2 inch. I mean, 1.5 inches. And then on this side, I normally carry 4-inch screws and these little 1.5 inch screws. I just wanted to mention this. But here I carry these nippers from Husky. I don't carry any, what do they call it? Any cat paws, but this kind of has a little paw at the end where I can hit it with a hammer, and I'll get enough torque onto it where I can kind of get that nail out, and then I can just go ahead and grab the nippers and pull it out, or I'll just grab the end of my hammer and pop it out. But these work out great. They kind of substituted that, so that works well. So I have these shears. These are Cobalts. I do have some Crescents, but they're not long enough for what I like them for. And these cut little bits of sheet metal pretty good, and my corner reed and stuff, so I keep those around. Back here, on this pocket, it has a sheath basically for your chisel. Doesn't matter what kind of chisel you use. I just use this Hart brand, Walmart brand chisel, and it's a beater, so I don't really care for it. Then back here I got the little, I want to say like angle adapter that goes into your drill bit. Like if you got to get behind a stud, that's what this is for. And let's say you got enough room, so you get behind that stud and you can drive that fastener in back there. So this gets used whenever I'm in a tight spot. And then I got a little blower that goes to an air hose. But basically this is definitely what I go to now the most. So I haven't really used this in a while. Oh, well, I'll use it when I gotta blow a whole bunch of, you know, airs in one certain location, but this gets the job done. So I might end up replacing this out. And then in this pocket, it normally comes with I want to say like a divider there. I ended up cutting that out because it was limiting the space that I had access to, and now this chalk box fits in there perfectly, and I just drop it in there and it fits so great. So that's where my chalk box lives. I have the Milwaukee chalk box. I want to get a Tajima, but I can't justify the price. Well, I haven't used it, so maybe it will get justified once I buy it, but we'll see. And then I just have a regular DeWalt Top Series box cutter. It's good. I like the fact that it has a storage for like 10 blades, and so whenever anybody needs a blade, I'll just hand one out. And then I have one of these I guess containers for your lead, and I got these when I got the pens. They're from Tracker as well, they're Amazon brand, and they're pretty good to hold your lead. And I just shove them back there. There's another little slot there, and then I just carry 2 pens, 2 different colors, one black, one green. And I think that's it on this side. Oh, I carry this for my skill saw. But they're just back there in case I need them. And I think that covers that. Let's see. So I guess some good adaptations that I did to this belt. If you look here, this is a magnet from Holstery. I got this on Amazon as well, and they'll hold any metal thing or fastener or hammer that you need. I was carrying this here whenever I go up the ladder, but then I ended up having to take it off, throw it back there, and then just put fasteners back up there. So that's kind of where this came into play, and they're both made from Holstery, both of these. So if you're looking for something like that, you can get that on Amazon, I believe. And same thing with this attachment back here. So normally when I'm going up the ladder, I just grab it, it'll grab right there in the back, and that kind of sits perfectly. So this can be, you know, on me when I need it to be, and when I don't, I just take this off, put it wherever. What I was doing was just kind of hanging it on my bags, but I've noticed that the weight was being pushed more onto this side, and so that's where this just comes in perfectly to just drop it there, and you feel a little bit more balanced. And then you might notice I also carry a speaker with me, and this is just for my music. It's not the loudest speaker in the world, but when it's like right here on your chest, it gives you your own little music space around your ears. So it's loud to me, but it's not loud or obnoxious to anybody else. And when somebody comes up to talk to me, I don't always press the pause button, but when they come up to me, I just kind of cover it with my chest, and I can hear them out loud, and then I'll just let it go, and I'm back to listening to my music. But yeah, that's kind of the setup that I have now. I really do enjoy this setup. It's not the most expensive, but it does like work out for the things that I need it for. Like I mentioned, I wanted something with 4 compartments. I wanted something with enough space on one side to keep all my all the things that I use. And same thing on this side. It has enough compartments where I can have everything ready to go. And this is where I think a tape measure on your left hand side is just perfect, because it's more or less just preference. I just like to take out the tape measure with my left hand, extend it out with my right, and then just mark what I have to mark and go on about my day. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys are interested on, you know, what kind of tool bag you guys need or are looking for, and you're looking for something that has like these adaptations with 4 pockets, it's not the worst setup. The only thing I would say is it's a little bulky on the sides. So when you got to get through studs or anything, you're definitely not going to go in through it straight, which you probably wouldn't anyway. And you definitely have to go into the side, and that's where this hammer loop will get in the way a little bit too. But I mean, it's comfortable. I do like the suspenders, and I definitely enjoy having this setup the way I have it. So I hope it helped you, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.